At 91, I've seen many patients in their 60s and 70s begin to forget names, appointments, or even why they walked into a room. Most think it's just aging. But what if the real reason behind their fading mental clarity isn't just the brain, but their heart health quietly declining? In this video, I'll share a real story that changed how I treat memory loss and the surprising science that shows how closely your heart health and mental clarity are connected. And most importantly, the simple steps people over 55 can take, starting today. John, 72, from Ohio, came to see me not because of chest pain, but because he kept forgetting things. He'd leave the stove on, miss lunch dates with his granddaughter. Many thought it was just aging. But when I checked his heart health, I noticed a weak heartbeat and unusually low blood pressure. So I ordered a scan to measure blood flow to the brain, and what we found was alarming. His brain wasn't getting enough oxygen or nutrients. The memory centers, especially the hippocampus, were under stress. That's when I told John, and I tell you now. Protecting your heart health is one of the most powerful things you can do to preserve your mental clarity as you age. When your heart health declines, it can't pump blood as strongly as before. And remember, blood is what carries oxygen to every part of your body, especially your brain. Now think of your brain like a garden. It needs a steady flow of oxygen and nutrients to stay sharp and alive, just like plants need water. But when your heart pumps weakly, less blood reaches the brain, and that means less oxygen. The part of the brain that suffers first is often the hippocampus, your memory center. Over time, this lack of oxygen causes mental fog, forgetfulness, and a gradual loss of mental clarity. Recent studies from respected institutions like the University of Michigan and the National Institute on Aging show that people with heart failure tend to experience faster cognitive decline, especially in memory and focus. In fact, one long-term study found that older adults with heart failure lost cognitive abilities at nearly twice the rate of those with good heart health, equal to as much as 10 years' worth of mental sharpness over 7 years. And what's surprising is this: it doesn't always begin with chest pain. Sometimes it starts with frequent lightheadedness, trouble concentrating, or silent mini-strokes that slowly weaken the brain's mental clarity. That's why I always tell my patients, don't wait for heart pain. Protecting your heart health is one of the smartest ways to preserve your mental clarity, especially after 55. So, what can people over 55 do today to protect both their heart health and brain health? First, check your blood pressure at home every week if possible. Blood pressure, whether too high or too low, can quietly affect your memory after 55. High blood pressure forces your heart to pump harder than it should. Over time, it damages the small arteries that carry oxygen-rich blood to your brain. When these tiny vessels become stiff or narrow, less blood reaches memory centers like the hippocampus, and that affects your ability to think clearly. But I also warn my patients not to ignore low blood pressure. If your heart health is weak and your pressure drops too low, your brain may not receive enough oxygen. You might feel dizzy, tired, or confused, and over time, that reduced circulation can quietly harm your mental clarity. I often tell my older patients, Buy a home blood pressure monitor. Check it once or twice a week. Write the numbers down. If your pressure is often above 130/80, or if it's dropping too low, like below 90, talk to your doctor. It's a small habit, but it protects both your heart health and your mental clarity as you age. Second, try 20 to 30 minutes of easy walking every day, even just around the house. Moving your body helps protect your heart and clear your mind. I know, some days your knees hurt or you feel too tired. But staying still too long slows your blood flow, and that means less oxygen to your brain. Even a simple walk, maybe after lunch or in the morning with a friend, keeps your heart health strong. It improves circulation, helps prevent blood pressure problems, and supports your mental clarity. Even 10 minutes at a time is helpful. What matters is consistency. Walking daily is one of the easiest ways to keep both your heart and brain working better together. Third, eat foods that support both your heart and brain, starting with what you already have at home. Every meal is a chance to feed your memory. You don't need fancy diets. Just add a handful of walnuts, a slice of salmon once or twice a week, or a bowl of steamed spinach with dinner. These foods are rich in omega-3s and natural nitrates, which help your arteries stay flexible, improve blood flow, and protect your brain from early decline. I like to tell my patients, every bite is a message to your brain. Choose messages that say, stay clear, stay strong. Because what's good for your heart health is almost always good for your mental clarity, too. I'm 91 now, but every morning I still take a short walk, eat a simple breakfast with leafy greens and a handful of walnuts, and sip a bit of ginger tea. Because I know there's nothing scarier than living long, but forgetting who you are. If you want to keep your memory sharp, don't just focus on the brain. Start with the heart, the organ that sends blood and oxygen to every cell in your mind. And when your mind is relaxed and free from stress, your heart begins to follow, with a calmer, steadier rhythm. The heart and brain are always listening to each other, working together to keep you strong in your later years. In the next video, I'll show you 5 silent signs that your heart may be quietly affecting your memory, signs that often go unnoticed, but can slowly steal your mental clarity over time. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment saying, I want a healthy heart and a sharp mind. And be sure to follow this channel so you won't miss the important insights coming next.